You go to bed on time, you sleep for 8 full hours, yet the moment you open your eyes, your body feels completely drained. This isn't the result of an all-nighter or a day of grueling physical labor. There is no obvious sleep problem to blame for why you feel this drained. The exhaustion is physical. Your eyes burn, your limbs feel heavy, and a thick layer of brain fog lingers for hours after you've climbed out of bed. Most people assume the math is simple. Waking up tired means you need more sleep. So you try going to bed earlier, you sleep in on the weekends, or you double your caffeine intake just to survive the morning. When extra hours of rest consistently fail to cure that fatigue, it reveals a breakdown in how the body synchronizes the repair process with the time spent in bed. Consider someone named Jake. He does everything by the book. He gets his 8 hours, he uses blackout curtains, and he even cuts out caffeine early in the afternoon. Despite his efforts, he still relies on 2 coffees to function and feels mentally slow until noon. To Jake, his morning energy feels completely random. Jake's strict 8-hour schedule fails to provide the same recovery that others seem to get from significantly less time in bed. To understand why, we have to look at the clock running inside his brain. This style represents your circadian rhythm, an internal 24-hour clock dictating when your body repairs itself. When midnight screen light strikes the eyes, the brain perceives it as sunlight, freezing the clock in a daytime state. This halts melatonin, the hormone signaling deep sleep. Because the brain perceives this screen light as sunlight, it delays the entire chemical recovery schedule. Your body might be unconscious, but biologically, it hasn't started its nighttime routine. This creates a deceptive trap. You fall asleep quickly and assume your rest is high quality because you were unconscious for 8 hours. But the body only performs its most critical work during the phase known as deep sleep. This is where the brain actively cleanses itself, muscles recover, and your nervous system finally calms down. Sleeping without reaching this deep state is like charging a phone to 40% and unplugging it early. The device works, but it never actually reached a full charge. Without that restorative phase, the body wakes up biologically unfinished, rendering the total number of hours you spent in bed almost irrelevant. Nightly screen habits are only one part of the problem. The consistency of your schedule throughout the week dictates the rest. People stay up late on Friday, sleep in late on Saturday, then attempt a Sunday night reset. This forces the body to constantly adjust to new time zones. The circadian rhythm relies on predictability. It needs a stable pattern to know exactly when to release sleep hormones and trigger recovery. An inconsistent schedule is like a factory where workers arrive at random times. Machinery starts late, production slows down, and essential repairs are skipped because the schedule is too chaotic to follow. This biological jet lag prevents the body from ever settling into a deep sleep rhythm, ensuring you wake up exhausted every Monday morning. Fixing this requires a shift in focus. You have to stop prioritizing the quantity of your sleep and start protecting the timing of your sleep. The most powerful habit you can adopt is a fixed wake-up and sleep time that stays the same every day, including weekends. This trains your internal clock to anticipate recovery. You can support this by reducing bright light exposure 2 hours before bed, keeping your room cool, and avoiding heavy meals that keep your digestion active late at night. Finally, get sunlight in your eyes within the first hour of waking up. This provides the clear signal your brain needs to start the clock for the following night. These habits act as biological anchors. They stabilize your internal clock, allowing your body to trigger deep recovery automatically. After 2 weeks of following these steps, Jake's body began to adapt. It wasn't an instant transformation, but his internal clock finally stabilized. He stopped needing a caffeine crutch to get through the morning. Because his sleep timing was consistent, his body finally reached the deep sleep phases it had been missing for years. Morning energy returns when the brain finally receives the clear, consistent signals it needs to finish the repair process. Recovery isn't about the hours you spend in the dark, it's about the rhythm you keep.